If I have a 4x, positive 3, 5, negative 2x, and that's all equal to 10, negative 2, 3x, positive 4, and I got a lot going on. Well, I still know that it gets cut into two sides. Left and right, opposites, always what we want to work with. I have an expression on each side. Clearly these expressions have some simplifying that needs to be done, because anytime I see a parenthesis, I know I need to work some things out and simplify some things down, get those guys out so that they can combine with their friends. So when I look at this, I see this parenthesis, I know I have multiplication. Anything else that happens, if it's not multiplication, it's not division, an exponent, or parenthesis, I know it's going to be a combination, so I don't have to be as worried about that. But I do need to point out these so I'm clear. Multiplication in parentheses here. Well, who's who? Well, this 5, I want to go ahead and show that he's positive. This 4x, no sign in front, we know that that's going to be a positive as well. Here's a 10, plain old 10 means positive 10. Already know this is a negative 2, already got positive 4 over here. So let's start on the left side. We want to simplify it down, okay? Got a lot of work to do over here. Well, again, we see the Maryland Police, we see the police department. If it had division with it, we know that that's how you get out of parentheses. So let's go ahead and let them out. Let's distribute that 3 to both. So positive 4x is standing by while 3 lets out positive 5, and then positive 3 lets out negative 2x. And that's all going to equal the right side, but we'll come back to that in just a minute. Let's focus over here first. So I go ahead and multiply these guys out. I know it matches, so that's a positive 15. The positive 4x didn't go anywhere, so keep him there. And over here, they did not match, so I know it's a negative 2x. Anything else I can put together? I want to make sure I put together those like terms. Well, I see some x's in both of these, so I want to put them together. It's a battle. They're not on the same team. They're battling it out. Looks like the positives are going to win. Well, 4 battles with 2. It's going to be a positive 2. The only thing I have to remember is these were x's. Well, they're still going to be x's when they win, okay? So there they are. Bring down my positive 15. Looks like that side is as simple as I can get because these can't be simplified any further. So let's go to the right side now. Kind of wait until we get this one done. I know positive 10 is standing by. Negative 2 is going to go let both of those guys out. Okay, that's the guard watching the prison. He's got to arrange for their release. That's a positive 3 there. He's going to let out the positive 4 as well. So positive 10 is waiting. He sees a negative 6x since they didn't match, and he sees a negative 8 because they didn't match, and then he says to himself, you know what, I can go combine with that negative 8. All right, how are they going to combine? They're going to battle different teams, just like when we did integers. Okay, positives are going to win by 2. The negative 6x is just kind of waiting along, okay, because they can't combine together. They're not like terms, all right? Not like terms, remember that. So, the one thing I do notice here, though, it looks a little odd, hopefully, to you, is that there's a variable on each side. We're kind of accustomed to having a variable only on one side when we think of equations. So this is not quite ready for us yet. We want to go ahead and make it look just like we expect it to look. So we probably want to move our variable to the opposite side to help us, and I need to start this over because this is a negative 6 there. Okay. So the positive 4x is waiting for these guys to get out. So positive 3 is going to multiply to make 15. It matches, so it's positive. This positive 3 is going to let out the negative 2x, which is a negative 6x. And we know that they battle. Who wins? The negatives by 2. Okay, now that we've simplified both sides, we still got to get these variables together. In order to do that, to make it look like we want all of our equations to look, we probably want to bring this guy over here. Could really go either way, but we'd like to have our x be positive. Why not? It makes it a little easier. So to cross that equal sign, we know we're doing the opposite. So we're going to do a positive 6x here so that they battle out. Nobody wins. They're gone. Over here would be a positive 6x. When they combine on this side, these two guys here make a positive 4x with the positive 15 waiting for the next step. Well, this is what our equations normally look like. Let's go ahead and take care of it. Okay, let's move it up just so we can make sure we can see. All right, positive 4x Positive 15 equal to the positive 2 on the other side. What's going to be the first opposite operation we're going to use? We're going to get rid of the combination. Well, we know that this would be multiplication here. This answer would try to combine with this. So what's being combined? The positive 15. Let's go ahead and move that out of the way. Again, be equal. Battle each other out. Positive 4x is all that's left. Negative 15 battles positive 2. Who's going to win? The negatives by 13. Now I have to get rid of this multiply by 4. Well, the only way to get rid of multiply by 4 is to divide by that same 4. Keep the sign the same. Because what's positive 4 over 4? 1. What sign? Positive. Positive 1x is the same as 1x, which is the same as x. That's our goal. Find that missing piece. Solve the mystery. Solve an equation. Okay? Find out what x equals. Now on this side, we had to keep it equal, so we had to divide by a positive 4 as well. Well, we know this is negative, and here's where we encounter those fractions again. This is why we started the year with fractions, so that we're familiar with them. When we see them, we're not going in and trying to make it a decimal by dividing. It's okay to have fractions. 13 over 4, the only way to make 13 is 13 times 1. Even if I used 4 times 1, it would still leave that 13 over 4. Okay? That's my answer. I don't need to convert it to a mixed number unless I was specifically asked. I don't need to make it a decimal unless they were talking about money or unless they asked me to. If I just needed an answer, there's a valid answer. Okay? In fraction form, don't worry about it being improper. They should never really use the word improper because it makes you think wrong. It's okay. It's just a fraction. Leave it that way. Just make sure it's simplified, which we did. And there is our answer. And that's equations. Okay? Easy as that. Remember, opposite operations after you've simplified each expression. Okay? It becomes that equation. Use opposite operations to solve it.